You fucking clicked on it. Don't watch the video. Turn off now. Turn off now. Don't turn off. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, so just I know what YouTube is. There's like there'll be right here. There'll be 50 videos going watch me, and there's comments down there, all that. Can you just give me like 5 minutes? 5 minutes. I just want to share with you something that has made a big difference in my life. Like that's when YouTube's at its best, when it's real people talking about real stuff, being honest about their experience and sharing it with others. A video sharing platform after all. So if I was going to conduct an experiment where happened to me today, what do you do when you wake up? Go on, what do you do? Probably look at your phone, I assume, right? Look at your phone, just check, I go on YouTube personally, because I don't really use social media, but I go on YouTube and it's like, I'll spend hours on that. Hours. And then I blocked it on my browser. And and it's funny, because what do you do when YouTube's not there? Right? You're a procrastinator, what do? You go to Netflix. Straight to Netflix. But it's funny, because when YouTube isn't there, because when you're on YouTube, you don't want to go on Netflix, do you? Well, I don't, because YouTube's better. YouTube's more stimulating. Right? But as soon as I block YouTube and I'm like, okay, I don't want to waste my life on YouTube, I'm straight on Netflix or straight on Prime Video. It's insane. And then I blocked Netflix and then oh shit, I'm really stuck here. I've actually got to like think about something here. I can't just be on automatic pilot seeking stimulation. Right? If you went on your phone and you deleted all the social media apps, you went Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the Netflix, all these things that kind of eat your time away. These things that are designed to be addictive. Go and delete them all. Just please do this as like a favor to me, because you love me. Just do it for a day, even do it for an hour, just to see what happens. If you take all these things like out of your reach, let's say you can't reach them, they're on the top of the shelf where you hide the cookies, right? You can't reach them. Just watch what you do. And what you do is you find something else to fit the time. Our brain has no attachment to these things. Our brain just gives a shit about YouTube, but if it's there, we are going to use it because it's the highest amount of stimulation we can get for the least effort. Because we're designed to survive, and effort costs energy, and energy needs food, and food is hard to get, and we want to survive. We want something that's easy, doesn't take any energy, doesn't take any food. And sitting there looking at your phone is you're doing nothing, but you're getting all the stimulation. So your brain's like, oh my god, the reward for little effort is insane here. I'm going to do this as much as I can. So we have an age of procrastinators. That's what we have because of this. We have people who are my age and before, and they are literally like, you have like all their phones, right? Go for this. If you went for a walk, just do like a 10-minute walk, but don't take your phone. Go and do it. I'll be back here. YouTube will be here when you come back. Facebook will be here when you come back. Believe me, because these things aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. If anything, things like TikTok, these new social media apps are going to pop up and be even worse. If you go for a walk without your phone, if you're 20 or under, or 25 and under, something's missing. You'll be like, oh my god, something's not right here. Like something is not right here. It's like you are missing an arm. Because literally, that device has become an extension of our physical bodies. Like literally. It would be as if you've forgotten an ear or forgotten an arm. That's literally that. Some people... If you were locked in solitary confinement, you would trade your arm for a phone. You would absolutely trade your... If you had to live the rest of your life in like a dark room, you would trade your arm for a phone. But anyway, that's not really important. Because so would I, because you got to do something. You got to do something. But anyway, if you delete these apps, take that temptation away. Like if you have a weight problem, don't buy cookies, don't buy chocolate. It's not there, you can't have it. Okay? You've then got to think about how to fill the time, and very often you will do something of more long-term gratification, of more utility than you would have been doing with those things. I promise you, deleting those apps will improve your life. This isn't some self-help, get-rich-quick bollocks. This is when you stop being a slave to the major corporations and stop watch, because literally the more you watch their phone, the more money they make. This isn't some anti-establishment conspiracy, anti-capitalist bollocks. I study economics, trust me. I know how the economy works. Nothing, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you business is evil, but like when companies make more money with you looking at the phone than they do when you're living a productive life, and they have the influence of money, and the software is designed to be addictive, you have to seriously think, why am I buying into this? And you have to think, what am I doing? You are the product. You look at if you don't buy the products, you are the product. And us looking at apps, that is, we're the product. We're more profitable to YouTube and to Facebook and all these companies when we're wasting our lives away looking at phones and computers, when we're not doing anything of utility, right? If you wake up in the morning, meditate, then take a cold shower, then go for a run, then probably shower after the run, and then, as I do sometimes, stretch from the run, and then do some language learning, Spanish, Chinese, Mandarin, whatever. Then study for school, study for uni, get ready for work, whatever. Then, got extra time, read a book, listen to an audio book, read a physical book, find a PDF somewhere. Right, do all these things. That is just a better life. That's a better life. You'll learn more, you'll be a better person for that. But that's worth £0 to the corporations. So they're going to make the app, literally, its goal is to stop you from doing that. Like, it's like, if anyone's seen Wall-E, but you have all these fat people in the scooters just sitting back, eating and watching TV, and it's like, that's literally what we're becoming, because our brains are forcing us to look at these devices instead of actually living a fucking life. Also, I didn't even mention this, by the way. I know COVID's a thing, but imagine it isn't. You've got all this time. Go talk to someone. God forbid you talk to someone. Have a long, deep conversation with someone about something that needs to be spoken about. Right? Calling them on the phone. FaceTime. Meet someone. I mean, you know, you can go on Tinder if you need a girlfriend, but like, you know, talk to someone you don't know, strike up a new conversation. There's so many things that are better for your time than going on your phone. And the thing is, this isn't some like motivational, you gotta work hard to achieve your dreams or any of that bullshit. This is just like a notice that, oh wait, if I do this, this will happen. This isn't a strategy. This is literally a cause and effect. Delete this. It's like, you're this biggest problem in your life, you're able to just delete it. That's the thing, you can delete this. It's hiding in plain sight. That's the thing. What's the phrase? Like, the biggest trick the devil pulled is convincing the world he doesn't exist. It's hiding in plain sight. This isn't some sneaky thing it's not like cancer trying to sneak in when you're 50. It's right there. If anything, it's right there because it's in behind. It's every sense in your world is looking at it, but you don't see what's going on. Like, please just do the next week. Do me a favour and do tomorrow. Block YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, WhatsApp, whatever. YouTube, Netflix, whatever, TV. And don't do any of that. And you'll literally be like, you'll wake up and you're like, okay, I'm bored, I've got to do something. And you'll get out of bed earlier than normal. And you'll do something. It's personal preference, but it will be of more utility than those things because it can't be less. If you go for a run, great. You know, try to learn a language. Read a book. I don't know. Learn to dance. Do a workout. Get big man. Any of these stuff. Go talk to a mate. Sit and talk. Go play sport. Right? Martial arts. Like all these things, man. Start a podcast. God forbid, if I can do it, you can do it. Because I'm nothing special, just waffling on here. Start a YouTube channel. As funny as it is, I have a YouTube channel. And I'm telling you to delete YouTube. I'm a hypocrite. When I upload a video, I'm not joking, I have to unblock it. I unblock it, I upload the video, and I block it again. Which is good because I don't constantly check how many views I'm getting. Because that's a way to drive a man insane. Getting the like button on Facebook. The guy invented that's a fucking prick. He doesn't understand what he's done. Same thing with YouTube, the like button on YouTube, the comments, it's like, shit's addictive. And it's designed, they have people called attention engineers. Their job is to get you to spend every waking moment on these apps. And if you're not, they failed in their job. If everyone in the world smashed their phones on the floor tomorrow and decided to do all these things with their time that are more productive, these companies would be bankrupt, right? That's the problem here. The profit incentive is to hurt people. That's the thing. It's hurting people. It's making them depressed. It's spreading misinformation. It's wasting time. It became becoming an age of procrastination. Like, seriously. I would rather you on a video game than YouTube, because like a video game, it's not got a million things popping up everywhere. Eventually you probably get bored of a video game. But again, add that into the equation. Once you get rid of one thing, you will do something else. If right now, if you watching YouTube, you probably don't feel like watching Netflix. But if you delete YouTube, you'll go straight to Netflix, because that's the easiest route, the path of least resistance. You have to make the path of least resistance reading a book, running, learning a language, talking to friends, exercising, playing sports, making a channel, making a business, working hard for work, school, university, whatever. Just give it a go. There's no ads on this video. I ain't trying to make money. I'm trying to actually help people here, because everyone, it's like talking to someone who smokes cigarettes when I talked about the internet to people, because they're like, oh yeah, I know, I spend all day on that. It's like cigarettes. They would say, oh yeah, I shouldn't do it. Still fucking doing it. You trust me, this isn't physically addictive, it's only mentally addictive. You can actually stop watching these things with little effort if you use the right software to block the sites. There's a nuclear option on one of them where you can just click nuclear block and you can't undo it. Do that. Also, fucking just block porn while you're at it, because that's another sense of stimulation that's fucking up your mind if you want to get it all out here. But yeah, I don't know, I just had to get this out. It's one of those things. I have to be honest here, and I've gone on these rants because what happened to me right now is I blocked YouTube and Netflix, and my brain was like, oh shit, I haven't got that immediate gratification. I'm actually gonna have to think and do something here. And what did I do? I went straight here. I went. First of all, I cleaned the dishes, right? I had a drink of water. I had a cup of tea, right here. You can tell I'm English. That's what I'm talking about. And then I set up this and talked, because this is the path of least resistance. This isn't motivation. This ain't motivation or discipline. Hell nah. You think, nah, this ain't. This is, I was bored and I have to do something, so I'll do this. Because the thing is, everything has a dopamine level. And there is a dopamine hit for reading a book and running. It's there, but it's just fucking down there. Well, Facebook's all the way up there. It's like you have to remove these things from view, because they are making the whole of your brain uncalibrated. Remove these things and then you will just spend your time better. Not because you're motivated or disciplined, because those things fade, because you're programmed to do so. Imagine if your brain was literally programmed to read a book. Imagine if you read a book a week your whole life. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could read 50,000 fucking books, and that would be great, because you'd learn knowledge, useful knowledge. Imagine if you did I'd try to do half an hour of Spanish every day. Do that for a year, you'll be almost fluent. You will be half an hour of Spanish every day. You'll be almost fluent. 10 years down the line, you could be fluent in 5 languages, especially in the Western world, or English, England, America. We don't learn other languages. Imagine if I'm a white British dude. Imagine if I could speak fucking Mandarin. They'd be like, what the fuck? If you go to China, they'd be like, nah, what? A white person doesn't learn other languages. But you could do it if you didn't waste your time on YouTube and Netflix and Instagram and all these things. You could do that. I promise you could get a higher grade. You could get a higher grade. And I'm not going to sell you some bullshit, but it's a program about how to get high grades. I'm just going to tell you, study more, you get a high grade, right? Study more, you get a higher grade. How do you study more? Spend less time on distractions. Get rid of distractions. Block them. Delete them. Make them impossible to get. Do that. Do that. You'll get a high grade. Literally, if you had one student, same IQ. One did what I'm saying today, delete all these things, and one didn't. The one who deleted the apps will get a higher grade, because they'll be spending more time working. Right? I would actually be willing to put money on that if they did a scientific experiment where they had one group was on these sites, like one group deleted them all. I would put money on that the other group that deleted the social media accounts getting higher grades, because I think, and it should, okay, put like gaming in there as well, PUBG, all these things, because they're a waste of time as well. So go in there. I mean, obviously you have to relax, so you can do them in the evening, but some people do get obsessed about these things. So put that in the same in that instance. The group that deletes all this stuff, they get high grades. And the thing is, you're thinking, oh yeah, but why would you want to live like that? So what do you mean? You try it. So it's no fucking different. It's just like, it's not as if you're missing out on anything here. You're really not. You're missing out on the mind-numbing just. Imagine if an alien was looking at what you were doing. Like, imagine that as a fucking motorbike. And imagine if like someone was looking at what you were doing every day. Imagine someone was watching you, and it's just, I don't know, like a documentation thing, and they were looking at what you're doing, and they were like, "Why did you spend 2 hours in the bed in the morning? What are you just looking at your phone for?" Imagine if people didn't know what a phone was. They'd be like, "Why are you looking at this black piece of plastic for 6 hours?" I mean, that's longer than that's as long as Lord of the Rings, mate. What are you doing? You're spending You're spending 2 Lord of the Rings movies every day on your phone. 6 hours, you know, if there's no school, if you're in lockdown, 6 hours is low. You could be doing 10. You could be doing 10 hours. And the thing is, I spent 12 hours on my phone one of the days. It was an average for a week in lockdown, because what else are you going to do? I was in by myself, wasn't talking to my parents or any of that. What else are you going to do? And I was like, laptop and phone. That's half the day. If anything, that's almost all the time you're awake, which is 16 hours. And I'm like, he's taking the day from you. If the other person who took days away from your life, and you could see like a counter, 29,000, roughly 8 years, 29,000, if you could see it going down, you would fucking kill them. You would be pissed. You'd do anything you can to stop them doing that. But yet you waste the time. We waste the time. Like we don't want to fucking live that long. We're like, oh, who cares? We're gonna live forever, 8 years. Seriously, like, it's not a long time. When you get about 30, you'd work for a living. That shit will fly by. Before you know it, you're married. Before you know you have kids. It's like, life's great. Life can be amazing, but it's short. It really, like, seriously, in 100 years I'll be in the ground, and the world will give a shit about it. Won't give a fuck. Move on. That's how it is. We're mortal creatures. We have a set lifespan. No amount of money ever bought a second of time. This might sound like I'm sort of, I am in the know and you're not, and it's not, because this is something I'm facing. We're all addicts, man. We need to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. We need to go to Internet Anonymous, Dopamine Anonymous. Also junk food as well. I'm going on fucking delivery, ordering this shit multiple times a week just for a fucking dopamine hit that I don't need. I could save myself a lot of money doing that. I think that might be enough. I've ranted and raved. I mean, this is the third time I recorded this, but if you want to see more of these, join the No Internet Army. I'm not even sure what I'm going to call it. I don't know. I'm going to make a YouTube channel talking about real shit. Real shit. No bollocks. Real shit. Alright. Stay internet free, everybody.